a Messiah, our representative, your brother, your servant, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We don't need to say anything else. Show him your love and your spirit upstairs. Let him feel your spirit upstairs. Feel it in the sanctuary. Your brother minister.
The beneficent, the merciful, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. We could never thank him enough for his wise choice of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as his messenger, the Messiah, the one that black people are really looking for. The coming of Jesus, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I greet you, my dear brothers and sisters, with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. To Minister Kevin and the laborers and believers of Mosque number 7, it's always good to come home. Yes, sir. Good to see you. I was in the city for another purpose, but I couldn't come to the city without coming to pay my respect to the believers of Mosque number 7. I thank you for the program that you had planned today. Not realizing that I was coming to be on the radio, and I thank you for allowing what was on KISS FM to come into the mosque, that you may hear it. And I didn't think you would be happy if you knew that I was somewhere around and you could hear my voice and you heard something else. I tell you, like Jesus said, when the woman took some ointment and put it on her hair and was rubbing his feet, and Judas scolded her and said, you know, that was a precious ointment. Why, we could have sold it and given away the money to the poor. And Jesus said, oh, Judas, he said, she's only doing that against the day of my burial. He said, remember, the poor you will have with you always, but I'm only with you for a short time. You won't hear my voice as much in the future for a while. This is the wind-up of all that we have learned from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Is now coming fully. The war of Armageddon is on. They are at war with the Muslim world. And if you remember the blackboard that was in our mosque, designed by Master Farad Muhammad, you had the flag of Islam and you had the flag of America. And the question was asked, which one will survive the war of Armageddon? When you get some time, look up the word survive. It means outlast. So some stuff is going to go on where you'll have ups and you'll have downs. You'll have victories and you'll have defeats. But the idea is which one is going to outlast the other. We already know it's Islam. But we're in the throes of it now. President Bush can't help himself. He's got to do what is written of him. So if they attack Iran, it goes deeper into war with the Islamic world. Well, how long do you think they're going to tolerate me speaking as you heard me speak today? Not long. And if you recall in 1942, when America went to war with Japan, they could not tolerate Elijah Muhammad being in the public talking to black people while they were trying to prosecute a war. So Franklin Delano Roosevelt issued an executive order to have Elijah Muhammad arrested and taken off the streets. We're headed into a very dark hour. In fact, we're in it now. And it will get darker and darker. And, you know, I can't say that I'm sad over it. And I can't say that I'm happy over it. But our people are going to get a severe chastisement. And it will be because we deserve it. We have played with God. And we have played with those that God has sent to teach us. And we have applauded them, we have said we love them, but we never followed any of them. So we're in a worse state now than we were before Mr. Garvey came. We're in a worse state now than we were when Booker T. Washington was here, or Frederick Douglass, or David Walker. There never was a time when we were killing each other as we are doing today. The inner cities of America are plagued with death and destruction. And we are the perpetrators of this evil on one another. Well, what are you doing about it? What do you mean? What am I doing about it? Can I do anything about this? Well, you can do the best you can. What is the duty of the civilized man? And if the civilized man fails to perform the duty, what must be done? You have knowledge, so it can be required of you and me. What did we do with what we know? How many ignorant people did we pass? And we had no conversation for them.
Yes, sir.
when we were getting dressed to come out of our apartments or our brownstones or our homes. How many persons did we meet on the way that we didn't even take time to invite? We came. But a man loved us enough to come 9,000 miles to civilize one from among us who would not fail to perform his duty. But we won't go next door. Something is missing. So don't think that the chastisement is going to afflict those Negroes and leave some Muslims. I'm sorry. But before the Honorable Elijah Muhammad left, he said these words to me. It's going to take more than teaching to save our people, brother. I know that I have taught.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And I know that I have done what I could do to spread this message. Millions and millions and millions of spoken words, written words.
That's right.
So as Paul said, I have fought the good fight. I have kept the faith. Now is laid up for me a reward, inshallah. So I'm happy that you're joyous to see me, and I'm joyous to see you. But in me there's a anger at what our people are doing. So the Bible says, since you like the shedding of blood, I'm going to give you your own blood to drink. And you will be drunk with your own blood as with sweet wine. The chastisement of God be severe, and the very white folk that you love, he's going to turn them on us. See, you see the Israelis well armed. The Palestinians have AK-47s. But the Israelis come over in F-16s, helicopter gunships, these drones that are run by computers, killing leaders that they don't like. You're going to see those things. You think that's something for, oh, that's those Palestinians. But you in a refugee camp too, with your little AK-47s and your weapons that you have never aimed at your enemy. But you aim it at yourself and your people. Innocent babies in the house get shot down because you don't know how to shoot. Drive-by shootings, and you feel good that I smoked a nigger this morning.
Yes, sir.
You're heartless, you're cold, and you're cruel. You have no feeling for the elderly and no respect for their contributions. How could somebody go in Rosa Parks' house and knock around that woman? How could we go to the barber shop and say, F Dr. King, F Jesse Jackson? So-and-so had just tied and sat her black so-and-so down. When you can talk like that in a barber shop now that's put into a movie that goes all over the world, when you can openly disrespect those who have sacrificed their life to make life better for you, and you have no objection to that anymore. When you can bring your daughters into the world and they see themselves as bootylicious before they ever know their real value. When we can abuse our women, fathers abusing their girls and even their boys, and when girls are falling down on each other in lesbian relationships and men are on the down low, and wickedness is just growing and righteousness is mocked. Well, how you think God is looking at this? You got your bling bling and you're happy? You're a black millionaire that became a millionaire calling black women bitches and whores? You became wealthy promoting thug life? You happy now? Well, die in your happiness. Wait, don't applaud, because that's exactly what you're going to do. You have no idea what this enemy has planned for us. While you frolicking like a damn butterfly, you don't know that winter is coming. So you don't do nothing to protect yourself or your family. So in the first blast of winter, the butterfly is dead. Look at yourself. God is looking at us. Don't think that being minister of the mosque or captain and all that going to save anybody.
That's right.
Because the book talks about the filth that's going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On the altar.
Yes.
The law don't mean nothing anymore. We talk the law. We exercise it on little people. But the big shot breaking the law, and nobody's saying nothing.
Come on.
There's hypocrisy. Satan is in the house. And not only the blasphemy of those that say they are Jews, but the blasphemy of those who say they are Muslims or Christians. Well, what should we expect from the Lord of creation? Since you say he came, what did he come for? He came to save us from the fall of this world that he himself was going to initiate. And he gave us a guide in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and every word that he spoke to us is life, and every time we rejected it's death. Taught us how to eat to live, but that's for yesterday. Taught us how to be brothers and sisters. Taught us how to respect our women and not go into our brother's house after his wife or his daughter. That's old teaching now. See? He broke us from smoking a cigarette, but the reefer is okay.
Think on this. Think about it.
I mean, ain't nothing happening. I'm just getting a little high. You know what I'm saying? I'll be at FOI tomorrow. Is this what we've come to? Had a nice meeting last Sunday, still standing. Old soldiers. But what are you standing on? You still standing on what he taught? Come on, talk to me.
Sir.
That's hypocrisy. You're not standing on what he taught.
Come on, man.
Some of you falling in love with the devil, got a little white girlfriend. It's okay now. Pastor Farrakhan's mother was white.
Come on, minister.
So I'm through. I mean, I said I wasn't gonna come here and talk long, you know. But my days among you are short, and I'm glad that it's nearly over for me. And the book says, you know, they see you as a lovely song. They love to hear you sing your song. He said, but when you're gone, that's when they'll know that a prophet of God was among them. I've done my duty by you. You can't charge me before God and the apostle that I didn't do my job. Did you hear my reminder? Said, didn't you hear him calling you to faith? But what did you do? You heard him while you sported and while you played. Our people are dying in the streets. And we ride by them in our nice car. Damn shame. Well, our people are, ain't it, brother? When the messenger was here, you could always see an FOI. Somewhere our sisters would say, I'm not a Muslim, but I feel so good when the brothers are around because I feel some bit of protection. They can't find a brother, huh? That's the reality. So when the chastisement, as I tell you, the death angel is in the house. He ain't to come here. And what I said on that show today, closing it, about the sea giving up its dead. America has given you up. That's why the Latinos have the jobs. Not that they're trying to take the jobs. That's not them. That's white folks. We don't want no niggas. Get a job to the cheap labor of Mexicans and push the blacks out. Death is planned for us, and we are facilitating the plan by the way we eat, the way we live. That's why we are in the top of all health categories that deal with death. We are the top. He's killing you, and you don't even know it. You're dying scientifically, and you don't know it. And because you refuse to follow the guidance of Elijah Muhammad, all of us are like toxic waste dumps.
That's right. That's right.
I'm through talking to us. I'm a lovely song that's about to end. Surrounded by people. I hope they're sincere. The Judas factor is very real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right.
But it's a terrible thing for the Son of Man to be betrayed into the hands of the enemy.
Yes, sir.
You heard me Savior's Day calling the enemy out.
Yes, sir. That's right.
I'm calling him out.
Yes, sir.
How can Master Farrakhan, Muhammad, and the messenger deal with him? If we stay behind the scene whispering the truth and hide? No. Go up on the mountaintop and shout out what you know.
Yes, sir.
Make him come out of hiding. Because when he come out and make his move, the master gonna make his move. Or some of us gonna die.
Yes, sir.
But you gonna die any damn way. Some of us going to jail. But you already imprisoned in the ignorance that and fear that chokes you from moving. Fear about your future, fear about tomorrow, fear about paying the bills. So I'm like, you're already in a box. Some of you dead and stinking, you just need to be buried. But this is not what you want to hear from me. But you would prefer that I tickle your ears. You would prefer that I entertain you. The lovely song is about to end. And the chastisement of God has entered the house. And one calamity after another will afflict America until she's laid low. May Allah bless us to come through this hour. Ask Allah's protection for you and your families as we go through the hour and it gets darker and darker and more dark. But it will end and the sun will shine again on a brand new day. But by that time, you'll be ready to hear whatever God got to say. If you make it, you'll be ready. I thank God for all those wonderful brothers and sisters that tried to make life better for us. I really thank him for them. I thank him for you who sincerely try to be yourself and try to help our people. Keep doing it until he says, well done. Because I'm not going to stop until he says it's over. But I know the song is about to end. And you know, you can tell when you're a singer by the changes in the chord structure that this thing is winding. So the singer, you know, he get ready to lay it down because it's coming to an end now. So he might, you know, kind of like get to the point where you know it's supposed to end and then double back for 8 more bars and take it on up again. No, we ain't going back to the bridge. Not to the bridge, baby. No. We just repeating the last 4 to 8 bars. I love you all. And I have never been more prepared to give my life than I am at this moment. I thank Allah for allowing me to come to birth in Mosque number 7. I thank him for Malcolm X, who was my mentor as a young Muslim, regardless to his defection. That's between him and God, but I know what I learned from him. I thank him for Captain Yusuf Shah and Lieutenant Clarence and all the wonderful men that helped to shape my life. I thank him for the great soldiers of Muhammad who've passed on now. And in being grateful for those that helped to shape you, that you may help to shape others. Yes, sir. I thank Allah for you, brothers and sisters, for the help that you give to me. Because without your help, I couldn't be who and what I am. You make me independent.
Yes, sir. That's right.
You do that.
That's right.
By your charity.
Yes, sir.
See, you made me free.
Yes, sir.
I can kick his butt. And I love putting my foot deep. Because I ain't got to rely on the crackers. Give me nothing. I fly when I want to fly. Because you give me the flying ticket. I dress in the best that no good bastard makes. But I don't owe him nothing. My life is for you. That's why I said today that no black man can lead you that got his hand in the enemy's hand. They'll only walk with you so far. And you got to know. You got to know. You got to know that the enemy will only let you enjoy so much freedom as long as it doesn't impede him from exercising power over us. So all our leaders that say they with us, they really are, until they get to that river. Wow. And white folks say you've carried these niggas far enough. I don't approve of you taking them any further. And all our leaders now are in the valley of decision. Either you are or you're not. And God himself is clearing the deck. What did I say? I said, I have never been more ready for whatever they got for me. I'm going to prove my love for you. I've offered my life. And that's why at my age, I ain't backing down or punking out. I'm kicking behind all the way to the end. I don't need no friendship. Not yours or theirs. Allah is sufficient. And whoever gonna stand with me, then stand. Whoever don't want to stand, then sit down. But this is the shaking out. We're gonna see who's who. All these fakers and hypocrites hiding among the believers. Allah gonna clean the house from the top all the way down. So the song is ended, but I hope that the melody will linger on. May Allah bless you. May Allah guide and protect you and your blessed families. But let us work the work of him that sent us while it is day, because the night is here. And soon no man will be able to do any work. Thank you for allowing me this privilege to talk to you. And with your kind permission, I will ask to be excused. But I want to say I'm happy to see Minister Benjamin. mind.
Come on now. Go ahead.
You have always been a helper. And I wonder all the time about you and where you are and what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
And how can I be of assistance to you, because you have always been of assistance to me and us. And the sad thing about things is when you are what you are and you get into difficulty, then you find out where your real friends are. You find out that your real friend is God himself and his messenger and the true believers.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say this to you, brother, because you've been on my mind. And if there's anything that I can do to assist you in this hour, count on me. Because I know that I could always count on you. Thank Allah for you, brother. We came in the same day, the same day. And I'm honored to be in your company and to see you, great soldier.
Yes, sir.
Brother, is it Bradford?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Architect. Don't have to get up. You done been up. Time for these young folks to get up. My dear minister, brother, friend, companion, instructor, I'm glad to see you. Always. I'll never forget you as long as I live. I'm carrying you in my heart to the grave. And that's most of you that were here in New York, number 7, and we all grew together.
Yes, sir.
Huh? All of these on the front row, these are the old soldiers. I'm going to get through this. Old soldier, long time soldier. All of you that have been around for years, hold on.
That's right. Yes, sir.
To the handle.
That's right.
It will never break off from you. Don't you break off.
That's right.
That's right.
Give my greetings to your families, your children, your grandchildren.
Yes, sir.
And may Allah grant you and them a place in hereafter. Because just standing all these years, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Go ahead.
My sister's the same.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Am I happy to see you? You've been on my mind.
Yes, sir.
She come up?
Yes, I haven't seen you and I miss you. Old soldier, young soldier. Most faithful person that I have ever had as a secretary.
Go ahead.
She knew my mind so well that she could write letters to people that wrote me, and I wouldn't know that I had not written. Yes, I would. That's how close. I pray that Allah will continue to bless you, Khalid. Bless your son, bless your family. I shall never forget you all. As long as I live, may Allah continue to bless you. All the believers that were here during the time of the messenger.
Yes.
May, oh yes, I see you. May Allah bless you all. Hold on. You ain't got but a few more days left. Hold on. Hold on. That which you believed and you knew was coming is here. Let's breathe a few more days and you'll see the enemy go down. Come on. Live and see. Go ahead. Like I said, I pray that I can do all within my power to help God. That's right. Take the devil down into hell.
That's right. Yes, sir. Let's show our love.
Come on, continue to show our love. Give me the microphone, man. Hold your seats where you are. Continue to show our love.